Bigfoot was the Easter egg myth back in 2006. In the adolescence of YouTube, there was an abundance of YouTube videos giving this myth a good sense of authenticity, especially since in 2006, game forums and comment sections were a cesspool of toxicity and weirdness. There was no real way to communicate that this myth was false until later on into the internet's lifespan. Data mines proved that Bigfoot was just a myth. If you search a little deeper, Rockstar themselves confirmed that Bigfoot was an early concept and never took form in the final game release. There's references of this in their future games, with Easter eggs and even missions. I find it to be a damn shame that Bigfoot never made it to the final game, since the forest section of the game is already pretty creepy. Having ghost cars and a walking hidden NPC in the fog would have made GTA San Andreas even more perfect than it already is. As a kid, I searched for hours looking for Bigfoot, running around like some sort of maniac for days. I never found anything. Looking back, I'm not really sure how my young self wasn't that scared of the game. Exploring the forest while it's foggy and it's dead quiet is something straight out of Silent Hill. Sadly, the suspense was for nothing because I never found anything in the forest nor in the fog on the console version of the game. So what I did is look it up. When I tell you I was blown away by these early videos of Bigfoot, I mean it. I kept finding more and more YouTube videos about Bigfoot that I honestly thought were real. There were more videos about Bigfoot being real than videos about Bigfoot being fake back in the day. The more I searched, the weirder things got. We were from a small ape to a huge gorilla. Yeah, you best believe I thought this was real. Not sure how I thought it was real. The fact that the person recording this isn't using the minigun is a dead giveaway. Everything else does piss damage compared to the minigun. Is he trying to save ammo? Why? The video shows that he has plenty of ammo to spare. Man, King Kong has seen better days. Maybe it's because he's become a druggie like Johnny. They both sure had the same body transformation. At some point in the video, King Kong just straight up flies. That never happened in the movie. Now what in the world is even going on? I can't believe I thought this was real. People talk about Minecraft and the cave dweller. They ain't got nothing on this. The video is pretty high quality for it being a museum piece. Aliens, a freaking UFO, a goddamn flying saucer. The freaking music is just as clowny as the video itself. How do we go from Bigfoot to dinosaurs? The craziest part of all of this is that this music is copyrighted now. I don't think AdSense was a thing back then, but to think that these guys could have made at least a band from this is kind of crazy. Getting back to topic, there are videos that are obviously displaying a Bigfoot mod, and there are some videos that are portraying Bigfoot as a roaming NPC in less than freaking 140p. These videos are genuinely trying to convince you that Bigfoot is real. Man, I guess clickbait was a thing even back then. You're telling me that this video is trying to say this is Bigfoot? With this quality, that could be anything. What's with this thing in myths where we just can't find a good camera to record it? This camera quality reminds me of those Fresno monsters. Then there's entire videos explaining the footage, but I mean, you can't even tell what's even going on. Like the camera quality, it might as well just be chicken scratch. Fraps, huh? More like craps. Honestly, even now when I have a way better PC, Frap still makes everything stutter. Kinda makes me wonder how these early YouTubers even had the PC to upload these things in the first place. I mean, specs back then must have been like freaking rocks against stone. I wonder if these guys had any editing software. Remember annotations? Oh man, we'd be in trouble if we were watching this way back then, because these YouTubers used to spam the hell out of annotations. Old YouTube in its own way is just as weird as new YouTube. This is the Bigfoot Mod page. Over 9,000 downloads. For some reason, I expected more. Then again, modding a GTA San Andreas is a headache, and sometimes a little risky. You download it, once you open the README, there's another mod you have to download. Once you download that mod and read the README in that mod folder, there's another mod to get that mod. Then after all of that, you realize that the Steam version isn't the version you want, because the Steam version of the game doesn't work, period. The downgraded version is the actual upgraded version of the game that's functional. Look, we're getting really off topic, but damn, I thought Minecraft modding was a pain in the ass. Even then, I love talking about this stuff, bro. Loading up the game, we don't immediately spawn next to Bigfoot. We gotta get to him. I stumble on these freaking awful PC controls Getting to the cabin, it looks like we're playing Slender the 8 Pages rather than St. Andreas. Walking to the big D on the minimap, a horrible letter for a freaking quest marker. Once you get to the red cylinder, it starts a cutscene. All of a sudden, a timer pops up. The next few minutes will be spent looking around the forest for Bigfoot. From what I understand, he spawns anywhere around this entire forest section area, including the mountains. It's pretty eerie with no music, and the fog doesn't help. Finding Bigfoot is pretty challenging, since when you actually find him, you realize that he's usually squatting down inside foliage. All the suspense just for Bigfoot to scream like a human being, down to the sounds he makes when you fight him. All those videos of watching people fight Bigfoot in the dumbest, most role-playing ways. It always took them a hot minute to kill him because they were switching through the freaking shotgun, the pistol, the melee, and a freaking M16, but always avoiding to use the minigun for some reason. It's only now that I realize why they never used the minigun. Because when I played this game and I played the mod, I just killed them instantly. That's pretty anticlimactic. This can't be how it ends. I remember clearly in those 3060p videos that there were some epic battles. And look, there's another quest marker. The guy in the cutscene did say there's 4 Bigfoots around the area. So let's see if the next Bigfoot is more aggressive. And the mission also clarifies that Bigfoot will attack back if you shoot him. Talk about false news. I look around again, find him in the exact same spot, and kick his ass. And people say gorillas are 10 times stronger than human beings. Well, then again, I'm not sure what Bigfoot can even be categorized with. Again, he doesn't fight back. I go for a 3rd time. Again, I just handed Bigfoot's ass in the same exact spot. I go for a 4th time because there's apparently 4 Bigfoots we have to hunt around in the area. This time, I decided to check what happens after the timer runs out. Which all that happens is that it reveals where Bigfoot is. This time, his spawn point changes to the mountains. I theorize that maybe the vehicle I'm in is somehow scaring Bigfoot, but nope, he still runs away. He's so scared of CJ that he straight up jumps off the mountain. Seeing how CJ is able to carry an infinite amount of ammo and a minigun, I would honestly be scared too. I chased him until we both fell into the water. It was basically GG at this point. I don't remember being this low in the water on console, but I'm gonna be honest, there is no way I could swim anywhere at this speed, so I just ended up drowning myself. I try one more time to see if I can recreate the aggressive Bigfoot that I saw in all those videos in my childhood, but in the end, this is what ends up happening. Oh, at this point, I've been playing this mod for about 4 to 5 hours. No matter how many times I've killed Bigfoot, the old man keeps saying the same thing. If you go inside the house that the old man comes out of, there's nothing. There's not even furniture. I guess this must be CJ having one big old acid trip or something, I don't even know. The Bigfoot model in this is pretty detailed. I gotta give credit where it's due. For an old mod, Bigfoot doesn't look too bad. Only complaint I can think of is the real Bigfoot apparently had tits. Speaking of the real Bigfoot footage, it's apparently to this day a big enigma yet to be solved. This whole thing has been anticlimactic, and I thought I'd have a 1v1 with Bigfoot. Instead, all I'm left with is just emptiness. I swear I remember this being way better. There's literal footage of it. I don't think this is nostalgia, guys. This is nonsense.